Ready when you are? Okay, give me a second. Let me get one more sip of my drink. I know.
How are we
like,
gonna do it?
Do you wonder how bad it'll be when you're like 50 to get out of bed?
Yeah, I really do.
I'm always hungover, and I got in like a real bad car crash when I was younger, and so like my neck hurts. Like I'm gonna be the worst old man.
No, I also I was hit by a car riding my bike, and I like oftentimes sleep on a heating pad, even though you're not supposed to. It says specifically not to do this because you'll burn up in your sleep. But,
right. Do you ever? One time I was in college, and I had an electric blanket, left it on, went home for the weekend, and I'm just like, I'm sure I didn't leave it on, and I did. I left the electric blanket on the whole time.
And you burnt
the whole college down. Wow. You're not like I gotta have a couple drinks before I perform kind of comedian or anything like that?
No, although I do like to have like abs.
What's the most drunk you've been on stage?
I would say the drunkest I've been as a comic was that I was taking muscle relaxers.
Oh yeah. Because of your accident?
Whoopsie.
And then you had a couple drinks?
I had a couple drinks.
And for 5 minutes you felt amazing, and then you don't remember the next night?
I literally fell on the floor. Mr. Adam Burke, fellow comic, actually looked in my eyes as I went to him, as I said, I'm going to faint now.
Yeah?
And then I actually fell.
That's awesome. Did people go crazy? Were they thinking, like, what's wrong with her?
Well, this was the same night. Another comic was leaning against a window, and his butt...
Broke the window?
His ass went through the window.
It happens.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Look at all these tiny syrups.
How long have you been doing stand-up comedy here in the city of Chicago?
About 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 5 years.
Yeah, I think you started a little bit before me, and I remember that you were hosting at, remember Kitty Moon? It was the craziest place. Like, there was like the transgendered bartender.
Yes.
And there was like the meanest chihuahua in the world there.
Yes.
And I remember, you hosted, it was like a new faces showcase. I remember showing up there being like, all right, this is what it's all about.
No, exactly.
Do you remember old shows like that?
Yes, there was like a Bozo the Clown cut out in the corner. Half of the room was painted, and then it was like peeling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember thinking that was it.
You made it.
And the other thing that I was thinking about just the other day is that, like, when we were starting and doing that stuff, and being like, this is the stuff, people that are now having a lot of success, like, on TV, they were just starting to break and have, like, so, like, Hannibal would be, like, in the back of Kitty Moon with us, and then the next night he'd be on Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. Like,
so do you remember starting, and did you ever think, like, oh, it's gonna be like 5 minutes before I'm on Craig Ferguson. Hannibal's on the same show with me. Like, he's
it is weird to think that, and like this past weekend, Kyle Kinane had his Comedy Central special. Hannibal was on 30 Rock,
right,
and Kumail was on Conan.
Yeah.
And these are people that, like, when we started, were like the guys.
I think when I was first starting, I just thought, like, that's just around the corner. That's gonna happen, like, what is that, a year from now? I came from, like, a very, like, Pleasantville, like, everybody knows each other and, like, waves. Everybody lives on, like, this, like, blocks. There's, like, there's literally, like, a milkman and a butcher.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is because, like, coming out, like, it wasn't even an option. It would be, like, realizing that you were, like, a unicorn, like, a mythical being. Like, there weren't, like, that wasn't a thing.
Right.
So, like, I went to Boston and I, like, fell in love with a woman, and I was just like, holy shit.
Now, you went out there and you're like, oh, okay, this is my thing.
No, like, I dated men for the first couple years of college.
Because you dated the high school quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? Any idea where you're just kind of like, this is okay, but...
I just thought that that's how everybody felt.
Okay.
I thought, like,
just
everybody was
were you
like...
just kind of like...
Like, I was like, let's hold hands, now go home.
What made you not stay in Boston after college?
Well, I moved here to get more improv training.
Okay, do more improv?
Because
you thought I might as well get the training.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go to the Mecca. And then I moved here, and it turns out that I, like, hate improv.
Okay. What do you hate about it?
Well, to be honest,
I
don't think there's a huge place for like a gay woman in improv. I know that sounds super strange and
Like that's not on the improv checklist. Like fat, slobby guy, gay woman.
But okay, so many scenes.
Yeah.
Like when you get to the point where you're like, I'm not playing games anymore. I'm doing scene work. So many scenes are about relationships.
Yeah.
So you're either like the gay person who's the butt of the gay joke.
Yeah.
You're like pretending to be a straight person because you're yes-anding some guy
Yeah.
who's like, do you want to give me a blowjob? And you're like, yes, and I don't. I don't know. Do you feel this way about yourself when you first started, and also now?
Yeah.
That like delusion is a really great gift. Because I was like, that went awesome, but I think it probably went
Yeah.
not
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
At some point, like personal growth
Yeah.
has to intersect with like
Yeah.
comedic growth. It's just about doing it, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
That's all it is.
That's
That's
it.
the strangest thing about it.
That's
is
it.
that you actually just have to start.